At first we weren't supposed to come together. We had different plans. So when we found out that we were coming together, especially our parents, they were really excited. You know, like it's like the weight off my shoulders to know that I'm coming here with the person that I basically grew up with my entire life, and to wake up and know that I have someone that I trust with me every day to help me and guide me and support me in every which way possible. It's really happy and really exciting. So me and Bella grew up together. I think we've known each other since we were like around the age of 8-ish. So my dad decided to start a soccer team, an all-girls soccer team for a local club. And then he reached out to Isabella because our parents knew each other. And we formed a relationship there. And then we also played against each other in elementary school and sports. But it was our soccer team that got us to have a good bond. Coming to Mount Royal, I always knew that I wanted to play soccer. I knew that was a goal of mine in life. And I didn't want to go too far away from home, so I knew going outside the province was just far enough. And coming to Calgary, every time I came to Calgary with my family, I loved it here. And then as I explored Mount Royal and their programs even more, I found out they had a criminal justice program that I was highly interested in. And then from there I reached out to Tino Fusco, the head coach, and he was super welcoming, as well as some of the girls on the team that were older than me reached out as well, which made it even better. So ever since then, the girls have been super welcoming, and I just love the family dynamics and the family. It feels like a family away from home, which is really nice. So I know that when I spend time here away from home, it's like family away from home. My dad started getting me into soccer, and he was my coach until the age of 12. And he just taught me like how to be the soccer player I am today. With my mom, she's just been like my #1 supporter, and she's always helped me like push through it. It was just like a love of sport for me. Like it was just another thing in my life that just made me feel like free and what I can do. So, and I've been playing it at a high level since I was 12. Just continuing that, going into that path, it's just been like a nature to me. Us coming together has been really great. Soccer definitely brought us back together. You know, growing up playing soccer together, and for a few years we didn't talk because we went to different schools, different teams, and then you know, finally 3-4 years later, we're back at it together and we're finally reconnecting. And it was really nice to reconnect every 3 years. You know, a lot happened in our lives, and it was really nice to catch up and finally experience the next 5 years together. And I'm really excited to be spending my next 5 years with the person that I grew up with.
Isabella is she's a dynamic player. She likes to get forward. She's aggressive on the ball. She's an athlete. I can tell you for sure on the field that she's very dedicated to her craft. She tries to improve. She's a hard worker. She works extremely hard in matches and in training, and that's something we appreciate about her.
So our favorite memory together, I think for me, was that we went 2 seasons undefeated. So that was good, and we had like a different like connection on the field. So like she would play on the wing, and then I'd play the center, and we just knew where to go together.
Yeah, Lorena's a little bit more of a finesse athlete. She's great on the ball. She's got a good skill set, and we look forward to seeing how she can contribute to the program further. Yeah, I would say Lorena's work ethic is very similar to Isabella's in the sense that they grew up together, they're good friends, they live together, and they push each other. And that's something, again, that I want them to continue to do on the field. But yeah, Lorena's work rate is good athlete, good character, and good person overall.
Us playing on the field together really helped, knowing that when we grew up as little kids, that was like when we learned the basics of soccer. So I'll never forget her dad chirping both of us, screaming actually in Italian when no one else could understand us, because everyone else was not Italian. So it was really cool to know that her dad taught us like the basics of it. So now all I think about when we're playing together is Carmen saying Dita, Dita, Dita. So, but yeah, so it's really cool to know that whenever she's on the field, I know she's open and she doesn't have to say anything to me. So I always know she's ready.
My goals are just to develop to become the best player I can be, because I started at a club and they have the same goals. So to come here and to see the potential I can have as a player.
Going forward, I mean, career-wise, I've always wanted to go into law school and criminal justice really opened up my eyes for that, so I'm really excited for that. And then soccer, a goal of mine as a little kid, I always wanted to play university soccer at a high level, like a varsity sport. And originally I wasn't supposed to play soccer, so playing soccer now has been really, really nice, and I'm really happy I got to reach that goal of, you know, playing on a soccer team at a high level, even though I'm attending school, which is really nice. And then as a friendship, I don't know, I just want to spend the rest of my life with her. She's changed my life, especially the last 4 or 5 years, which is really nice. And to know that I can be with her on the field, off the field, even at home has been really nice too. So playing soccer at this level has taught me a lot. Like I said before, I didn't always want to play soccer. I was also playing lacrosse, and I had to make that decision, and I kept that really hush-hush, and I didn't know how to tell people that I wanted to like quit soccer, a sport that I've been playing since I was like 4 years old. So I knew that if I were to quit the sport, I would not enjoy it. Like, I would want to keep playing for the rest of my life, and as long as I possibly could. So when I first talked to, in about grade 10, when I first talked to university coaches, I always wanted to make sure that they had like that family system throughout that team, and I knew that I wanted to pick a team who was very like open and caring, stuff like that. So that's why I knew Mount Royal was my choice. So soccer has like that team dynamic where, like, okay, if you mess up on the field, someone's there to help you out, and you always have people around you to support you and to love you and take care of you.
My advice to those two players is the same as every other player. We want to see constant improvement. And so we want to be better than what we were yesterday. And ultimately, that's the expectation out of those two. And they're both young, exciting players that I think can bring a lot to our program over the next 4 or 5 years.